Do you stammer? If you do, are there some sounds or some words that you just seem to get stuck on, and it just seems like the harder you try, the more you're blocked? If that's you, then this video is for you. You need to watch it all the way to the end, where I'll be telling you exactly how you can overcome your stammering problem and make speaking a hell of a lot easier. Hi, my name is Paul Hunter and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist here at Cork Hypnosis Clinic, where since 2009 I've been helping people from Cork City and County and beyond, out to the rest of Munster and even all over Ireland with problems with mental challenges, blockages like stammering. So let me ask you a question. How did your stammering begin? Was it kind of always there for as long as you remember? Did you do it since childhood? Or is it something that crept in over the years and wasn't there when you were a child but really is now as an adult? No matter how your stammering began, the important thing is, what can we do about it today? I'm guessing that if you stammer, you know all about it. The anxiety just builds up before you get to that word. If, for instance, you're back in school, maybe even primary school or secondary school, and you're having to read something from a book in front of the class, you can see that word coming, and in your mind you think, I'm going to have a problem with that word. And the anxiety builds and just gets higher and higher until when you get to that word, that's it, you're stuck. And then the stammer happens. And if it is a school environment, maybe people laugh at you, or maybe people kind of try and hide it, but really you can see them sniggering. And that, of course, affects your self-esteem and your confidence, and you start asking yourself, what's the matter with me? Why can't I speak normally like everybody else? You start doing toxic comparisons between you and other people, and it just makes you more frustrated and, ironically, makes the problem worse. Now, while it may have been a struggle in primary school or secondary school, if you're out in the real world now and you're working in a job or something like that, and you have to communicate with your colleagues or with customers, that can be cringingly embarrassing. That can be awful. It can really destroy your self-esteem. And many stammerers feel just so bad every time they stammer. Makes them feel so awkward and so embarrassed. Now, of course, not all stammerers are like that. Not all people feel that cringing embarrassment. But even if you don't, I think it's still something that you'd prefer not to have. So the job of therapy is to get you to stop treating those words or those sounds with an thought in your mind. You've got to stop doing that. You've also got to stop doing frustration about it. That's got to come down, because remember, all these things contribute to the growth of the problem. So in order to shrink the problem, we have to take them away. We have to get you to feel confident, to believe in yourself, especially in situations where you're put on the spot or you're in the spotlight, and now you've just got to get those words out. Now, this is where hypnosis really helps, because you see, in going into hypnosis, you're going into a very deep state of relaxation. And I'm not sure if you've noticed already, but anytime you're really, really relaxed, you probably have very little problem getting sentences out. But at times where you're stressed, well, now the problem is more obvious. So hypnosis helps, first of all, by de-stressing you. But more importantly, in the state of hypnosis, your logical, analytical mind just gets pushed to the side for a while. And that allows us a direct route into your unconscious mind, which is where these blocks originate from. When I have access to your unconscious mind, I can reprogram your unconscious mind to believe that when those sounds or words that previously you've had a problem with, when they come up, either in speech or while reading, that now something different triggers off automatically. A feeling of complete relaxation in your throat region and in your chest, so that you can get the words out. Now, of course, I have simplified the whole process. It is a little bit more complicated than that, but typically in about 4 to 6 sessions for most people, we can achieve major changes. Now, with stammerers who've come to see me before, the general feedback has been that while the stammering isn't 100% gone, it's now so infrequent that it doesn't bother them anymore. And when it does happen, the block happens for much less time. It happens maybe for a second or two, rather than for 10 or 20 seconds or longer. What most clients experience is that once they get to that stage, it just gradually fades away. This happens because your mind begins to accept that you don't need to do stammering as a protection mechanism any longer. So if what I've said has got you interested and you'd like to discover some more, why not click on the link just below this video? It's in the description section just below this video on YouTube, and that'll take you to the stammering page on my website, where you'll find more information, more resources, and most importantly, ways in which to contact me to schedule an appointment if you wish.